Landmark Supreme Court cases on fundamental rights. Hello everyone, welcome back to Asparica Hub. Let's revise the most important Supreme Court cases related to the fundamental rights that are frequently asked in UPSC and all other competitive exams. Let's begin with the first case, that is A.k Gopalan versus State of Madras 1950. This was the first major case on Article 21. The Supreme Court held that if there is a valid law made by Parliament, a person's liberty can be restricted according to that law. At that time, Article 21 was interpreted very narrowly. So in this case, we should remember A.k Gopalan case gave narrow interpretation of Article 21. And the next case is the Shankari Prasad case of 1951. In this case, the question was whether Parliament could amend fundamental rights. The Supreme Court answered yes. It held that constitutional amendments under Article 368 are different from ordinary laws under Article 13. So remember here, Parliament can amend fundamental rights was given by the Supreme Court in this judgment. Next is the Sajjan Singh versus State of Rajasthan 1965. The same issue came before the court again. The Supreme Court once again upheld Parliament's power to amend fundamental rights. So remember, Supreme Court reaffirmed the Shankari Prasad judgment. And the next case is the Golaknath versus State of Punjab 1967. This judgment completely changed the earlier view. The Supreme Court held that Parliament cannot amend fundamental rights, treating a constitutional amendment as law under Article 13. So remember here, Parliament cannot amend fundamental rights was given in this judgment for the first time. And the next case is the Kesavananda Bharti versus State of Kerala 1973. A detailed video on this case was already uploaded in my channel. Please do check it out. In this case, the Supreme Court held that Parliament can amend any part of the Constitution, but it cannot destroy or alter the basic structure of the Constitution. This is one of the most important judgments in Indian constitutional history. Remember here, basic structure doctrine was given in this case. And the next is the Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India 1978. This case expanded the scope of Article 21. The court ruled that any law affecting personal liberty must be just, fair and reasonable. It also linked the Articles 14, 19 and 21, often called the Golden Triangle. So remember here, this case expanded the interpretation of Article 21. And the next case is the Minerva Mills versus Union of India 1980. In this case, the Supreme Court strengthened the basic structure doctrine. It held that there must be a balance between fundamental rights and the directive principles of state policy. So remember, balance between fundamental rights and DPSPs was given in this case. So let us quickly revise what we have learned. A.k Gopalan case, it gave narrow interpretation of Article 21. Shankari Prasad case, it gave Parliament can amend fundamental rights. Sajjan Singh case reaffirmed Shankari Prasad's judgment. Golaknath case, Parliament cannot amend fundamental rights. In Kesavananda Bharti case, it gave basic structure doctrine. Maneka Gandhi case, it expanded Article 21. In Minerva Mills case, balance between fundamental rights and DPSPs. So these are the landmark cases you should revise before every polity exam. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, share it with your fellow aspirants and subscribe to Asparica Hub, and I'll see you in next video. Thank you.